In a lot of the speeches and the webinars that I do, I talk a lot about prepping and how prepping is the key to getting your film financed and ready. And so I want to talk specifically about an area of prepping as far as like you've not done anything, you don't have anything ready to show, and you want to ultimately direct a film. Okay, so this is like prepping for directors. The key here is extremely important that you brand yourself early on, right? If you're going to be into doing dramatic films, horror movies, comedies, thrillers, whatever that is, you're going to have to stick with that, right? So you ultimately have this movie that you want to produce and, direct, and this is let's just say a horror movie, right? So you have this horror movie that you want to direct. The first thing that you need to do is direct a short. And you have to direct a short in that genre. You don't direct a comedy and then try to get your horror feature going. You direct a short, and it doesn't have to be the same kind of thing, maybe thematically similar, but it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to do a scene from that movie or something like that, or a mini version of the movie. I'm not against that per se, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be that. Just really good short. And what you do is if you can put that whole short together and that short could be compelling, and maybe you take it to film festivals and you win some awards, okay, now, imagine doing that and you get to a major film festival and you win an award or something like that, and somebody goes, oh wow, what's your next project? And you're like, I don't know yet. I'm working on a script. I don't know. You're not ready. You're not prepped. The key would be to prep that horror screenplay so you have that feature. So if you can go out there, and I'm talking about putting the money together, doing the short, either raising the money or putting it together yourself, making a short that could ultimately be award-winning, and having your feature script in that same genre. So that moment when you accept the award at Sundance or Toronto or something like that for your short film, somebody says, what's next for you? You said, well, I have this feature called blah, blah, blah. And, then you have it. And so people go, wow, that guy is good, or that gal, she's really amazing with what she did. And then you have the next thing. You see what I'm saying? So what you're doing is you're kind of laying a path for them, right? You never want to be in a situation where somebody says, what's your next project? And you're like, I don't know, or it'd be like, I'm working on a script, I haven't read in a couple months. You should be like, here's my next project. Here it is, right there, right? And even if ultimately, say, let's do one other thing. Say this horror film is multi-million-dollar budget, and you're only going to direct a short first, and you think, man, that's a pretty big leap there, and it might be. The key then is to try to get the money to do a feature and have a kind of secondary feature before then that might be that $100,000 feature, right? So then you do that short, award-winning, blah, blah, blah. You have that $100,000 feature that's your next follow-up project, and people go, wow, this person can make a feature film, make it look that good, and maybe that one gets into festivals, gets some distribution, wins some awards, and then you parlay that into the bigger film, okay? Now you're outlining a path. I hope that makes sense to you, is that the key is, if you could zoom out and say, this is going to be my path, you have to follow logical steps. And to me, for a director, it's short film that's award-winning, and then in the same genre, you have the feature film. And the asterisk there is you may have the medium or the small size feature in the middle there that'll bridge you to the large feature film, and hopefully soon enough you'll be directing that multi-million-dollar feature. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing. Also, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below.